Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of You Get What You Get. I'm Ricky Hampton with my great friends Tim Turner and Tree McDougal. Although Tim and I's 30-year friendship almost came to an end just before we came on the show.
How so? Do
But,
tell.
but I managed to save it at the very end.
Good for you.
It was a good
Good
call.
for you.
Move, Ricky.
You're not going to share how either how
Well,
you
yeah.
came in, how you how you single-handedly had
Well,
these
I could end up blowing a friendship right here live on air, but I was watching the Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians baseball game, tight pennant race. Shouldn't be tight, but it is. And the Tigers once had a 14-game lead. It's down to 6, about to be 5. And I mentioned, Tree, if the Tigers blow a 14-game lead, it would be like fill in the blank. Something very personal.
It is a blown lead that sticks in my craw.
You know the blown lead that
I'm not sure I do. I know the Braves story. I know your kicking career. I'm not sure if I know this one. What's this one?
How about the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl when they had
I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it
That
up.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one, Tree.
That
Yeah.
one.
But
It
at
would
least
be
you
like
have
that.
a Super Bowl memory to be painful about.
It is. I think
Yeah.
I was watching that one. It was painful.
Seemingly the NFL Network can't stop showing that same game. They must have some money on Brady or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? Tom Brady got some money on Brady. Hey, speaking of money, let's start here, man. The NCAA is investigating 13 former men's basketball players for gambling violations from 2 HBCU schools, North Carolina A&T and Mississippi Valley State. They are 2 schools among the 6 connected to the cases.
Yeah, so I saw that, and I didn't really dig into what the gambling infractions were. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, somebody was betting on games, and
Oh, yeah.
Betting on their own games, which is really kind of weird.
That I did see. Yeah. Okay.
because I'm thinking, who's going to bet on a North Carolina A&T and
Mississippi Valley game? Come on. Those are that's when people talk about gamblers. They're gamblers and then they're degenerates. And if you bet on those games, you are degenerate. Okay.
You need to call somebody, man.
Use that number.
Who says that? Who says that?
You need
Oh
to
yeah. Call that number at the bottom of the screen on the commercial because that's your neighborhood right there.
I have, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's real brutal. We have to get with that.
Yeah, go ahead, finish saying what you're going to say about it.
Well, they're under investigation, and I think we're just going to see more and more of this as gambling takes a full hold on athletics today.
Yeah.
Well, you see that out of now where the commercials are on the football games, like, hey, don't harass the kids because of your betting. You bet on the game, like, some kid fumbles a ball and then he starts getting all kinds of hate, from these people who bet, these parlays and this other stuff, like, betting if this guy doesn't fumble during this game or betting how many yards the guy does, and then he loses a yard or 2 on the last carry, and and they lose money on that. So there's some people who gamble for a living.
Yeah. And you lose a couple yards on a carry, and you get eviscerated on social media because you cost somebody $20.
Right.
So,
Right.
$20. Wow.
Yeah.
but that's what we had. The other schools in this, guys: Eastern Michigan, Temple, Arizona State, New Orleans, and as mentioned, A&T and Mississippi Valley. So uh, that temptation is certainly going to be there because kids in Mississippi Valley and A&T aren't going to the NBA. It's very unlikely. So a chance to make money could be too tempting for somebody, for some of those kids.
Yeah, I don't think those pork rind NIL deals are going to go very far on those levels. But you gotta think about what you want to do if the risk reward in this type of thing, and you've been essentially you could possibly be blackballed for something like this, and I would be really terrified to jeopardize everything for something so foolish.
Well, don't you think that, of course, doesn't ESPN and some other franchises or networks have betting platforms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
I mean, that's kind of a natural progression that it used to be frowned upon to bet, but now it's like, here, let's bet on this and do this. And so, yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised. I don't
you're
know how
right.
long ago the fractions that you're talking about happened, but I don't know if it's anything.
Let me see when they said that's a good question, Tree.
I have one every now and then.
I have to. I'm gonna.
No answers, just questions. Lots of questions.
Yeah,
But you're right, because it's before, they wouldn't even go to Vegas. They
Mm-mm.
didn't want to be, that was totally off limits. Then you start getting the All-Star games there, and now you got everything, they got everything with basketball pretty much. Baseball is coming, and once they leave Sacramento, the Oakland team, then you got hockey, you got the Golden Knights, and then you got the Raiders played last night. So it's
Tree, this does not say when these allegations or violations occurred, and it's 13 men who were student athletes at those 6 schools. It doesn't say how many were at one school or another. But the NCAA stressed that the institutions themselves are not under suspicion. It is just student athletes they are looking at.
Current student athletes or past?
It does not.
Indicate. Okay.
No, it does not indicate.
I would think if those guys are currently on those squads, they'd be pretty much sidelined until something's cleared up.
Yeah. And how much longer do we even use the term student athlete now? I mean, I'm sure there's still quite a few. At the Power 5, you wonder how many there are.
Right.
What would your preferred name be for these young
Employees.
men?
Employees, because the school can pay them.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Student employees or just employees? Just cut to the chase.
Yeah, just employees. Athlete
cut to the
employees.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just employees.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to be made. Quarterback here at the University of Michigan signed a $10 million deal.
I wish I was an athlete.
Out of high school.
Or have some athletic abilities now, or younger, or whatever. Yeah.
But there's also we got sad news today. The legendary actor Robert Redford passed away. So many great
Iconic
movies.
role. Oh yeah.
You guys talking about like his sports movies. I was just thinking the way we were.
The Legend of Roy Hobbs. That's Robert right there. Actually, I think I got him at that.
Yeah, I think that the iconic scene near the end of the movie there. That should be
Which movie?
The Natural.
I'm not sure if I saw that. I have
Roy
to see.
Hobbs.
Hold
I
on.
probably passed over the sports movies back in the day.
Hold on, Tree.
That was like in the 70s.
I
I
think
think
it was
this movie
later.
came out in the 90s.
Yeah, later than that. He
Yeah.
was, he was naturally old. He wasn't artificially made up to be old.
Mm.
The suspense.
Wow.
All right,
I remember that scene.
will,
That's some great
I
cinematography.
will watch this whole movie again. That is such a great.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for the Robert Redford marathon of movies. That's surely
You
coming,
know it's
right?
coming. Turner Classics has probably got it lined up already.
I hope
Okay.
not. Maybe I
But
hope AMC. I don't have Turner
Oh yeah,
Classic.
they do. Yeah, I bet they do, Tim. You're absolutely right.
But
Yeah.
did you look closely in the video, the crowd scene?
Mhm.
There's a little black kid
Oh no, I didn't see
going around the stadium trying to find his seat.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm glad you brought that up and I
Yeah.
did not. So
Yeah.
yes.
That's you saw him there circling the stadium several times before
Looking for a seat.
he took himself out trying to
I
find
thought
his
that was in the outtakes, but
yeah,
but
just for the sake of authenticity, they had to have one. Yeah.
you are a star.
Robert Redford. He's the guy that created Sundance, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when he passed away, he bought a two acre spread in Utah before Utah became, the place, the hat place for stars. And that's where he passed away there at his ranch there.
hmm
He grew up born in Santa Monica, grew up in the LA area, became a staunch conservationist, and he said he became that watching LA turn into a concrete city essentially.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to started protecting the environment. He was an interesting dude. I saw a tribute from the Carter Center. You see a picture with he and Jimmy Carter doing some work together. So he was a stand-up dude.
Yeah, and just a terrific actor. So I'm sorry if I went a little long with that video. I mean, that scene just,
It's beauty. It's absolute beauty.
yeah, it really is.
Like you said, the cinematography. I mean, it's like all the fireworks set up. He hit one white light post, and everybody was going off. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really beautiful. I remember that scene, but I don't remember the entire movie uh, or the premise of it. So he was an older player.
Was it like a deal with the devil type thing with this?
Oh, really?
I'm trying to think. That's what it was like.
right.
Then I think he was. You see where he started bleeding out of his
Yeah,
uniform.
I remember that a
Yeah.
little bit when I saw that. I was like, okay, I remember that. And I remember seeing, or maybe I've just seen clips of that scene.
Was that Glenn Close? That's Glenn Close.
It was Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a really nice lady on the set, and she was like, run, little Timmy, run.
You're trying to let Robert Redford have his moment. Don't try to insert yourself in his life in that movie, in that story. But you did a great job in that movie, though, Tim. I remember you at the Oscars this upcoming year.
All right.
That's move on to, because I'm trying to save the HBCU conversation for Earl. So why don't we move on to some NFL stuff? And week 2, the highlight game, replay of last year's Super Bowl, the Chiefs and Eagles, and the Chiefs are in trouble, guys.
Well, they're ordinary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they
Great quarterback, and they're ordinary everywhere else. I truly believe that. And damn, he still managed to keep it close. If Travis Kelce could catch the ball.
So there you go.
You gonna blame Taylor Swift on
It's a Taylor effect.
Well, he had a critical drop. That cost him a touchdown, which we'll see. I'll jump to it.
He was not happy.
Yeah, that's YouTube for you.
Taco Bell. You know, they have an empanada that is a caramel apple empanada that they're I'm just like, why? But anyway, here we go. Back to the game.
Plug for that.
That's my little commercial insert there.
I think it's come. This is not a good highlight package.
Well, I appreciate the guy's afro because yesterday was World Afro Day. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, there's more?
Is he going to take the cotton candy from the kid? Okay. No.
There is a commercial like that. Right? Is that the one?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson is there and he's taking the cotton candy from the kid.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but still, the Eagles are still the Eagles, and they still are cheating with that brotherly shove / tush push /
You have a problem with that, Tim?
I don't. I don't. I mean, if it works, and if you're within the rules, but Brady did point out before anybody else did, both of the tackles were in motion. They jumped before the play was going on. They were pretty much, it were false starts, or should have been a false start on the play that they scored on. And referees didn't call it. And it's kind of hard to call really close in like that. But they messed it up big time.
Yeah.
But it works. The Eagles found something. Until the league stops them, they're going to keep doing it. But I think with all the scrutiny from watching those guys this week, I think the officials will make a point of emphasis to not allow that to happen.
What's the concern with it of doing that? I mean, I've heard them talk about it as though they want to stop it, but what's the issue?
It's Travis and his fumble. Oops.
That's the critical play of the game right there.
Yeah.
If he catches that, he scores a touchdown. He's right at the goal line. And kudos to 7-1.
Right.
I mean, what a great play.
You see a big dude like that get, moving like that, let you know that those are superior athletes. A lot of them are.
Yes, sir. That's well said, Tim. So that would have been 17-13.
Right.
Instead of
13-10 and them going in the other direction.
Yeah. You can't get to those loose balls. But it's week 2. And Tim, I love your notes. It's one of those SEC boys, man. Whew.
So what's that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's only week 2. So we still got a long ways to go. And I love Tim's note because he has it set up where we can go over some of these games. What did you call it, Tim? The panic meter?
Yeah, the panic meter. You got a bunch of 0-2 teams who should be pretty good, or some teams that are just in trouble, like the Giants. That Giants-Cowboys game was a great game, But that dude who was on offensive line for the Giants in the first quarter to get 4 penalties, and then one of them, we took a swipe at the guy, trying to slap him in the head. I mean, it was just unconscionable how stupid he was playing. And that made a difference in the game.
But Tim, before you get to that one, I want you to go back to the Chiefs. Should they be panicking?
Yeah, because the Chargers are a good team. The Raiders are going to be a good team. Denver is going to be a good team. And their whole division is really probably one of the stronger ones in the NFL.
So what do you think the issue is with the Chiefs?
They're old, and I think they're smelling themselves a little bit too. Well, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. Their receivers, they got 2 receivers that are out. One of them is suspended for some off the field stuff, and the other one, Rashee Rice is suspended for a couple of weeks. Gosh,
That's okay. Moving on.
And
What was the
then,
other?
and the other one is hurt, Xavier Worthy, who was a second-year player. And that's where their speed is. They can't go downfield. They can't stretch the field like they had been before. So they're pretty much kind of locked in, and the running game hasn't been as great as it should be.
And Kelsey's not the player he once was.
No, he isn't. I mean, he doesn't make that kind of mistake.
Yeah. So, and everybody's gaining on him, as Tim mentioned. The Chargers are really good, man. They are really good, and so is Denver. Good young team. Denver lost. I actually saw the
Baltimore
Indianapolis game, and
keeps
Denver should have won that game. But kudos to the Colts for pulling it out and go under 2-0. Okay, so you can either say panic or patience, and you go and panic.
I'd panic in Kansas City big time.
Yeah,
because it's just not going to be easy for those guys.
Yeah.
You guys didn't hear my question before. I was asking, what was the concern with the push tush? Why is that? Yeah, is there injury, more prone for injury, or what?
I don't think it is. I think people are upset because they didn't think of it first.
Oh, okay.
Really, I do. I think it's because like, hey, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, but you got to have the personnel too. Their offensive linemen and whoever they have behind their, pushing Hurts' tush. All of those guys are pretty much a well-oiled machine in doing that. So,
I love Tim's analysis pushing Hurts' tush.
Well, they showed the cat doing it, but on the game the other day, I'm like, I actually did not know that somebody was behind him pushing him.
And one other thing, Tree, Jalen Hurts bench press is like 500 pounds or something.
Oh, like Tim does.
He's extraordinary. He's for sure the strongest quarterback in the NFL. For example, the Bears tried it twice against the Lions Sunday on 3rd and 1.
Got nothing.
He got nothing. He came right back with it and got nothing on 4th and 1. So that's definitely an art to it. But you need, if you got a guy as big as strong as Hurts, I mean, it's an unstoppable play.
You see, the Bears are 0-2, and it kind of does your heart. It warms the cockles of my heart to see that because Caleb Williams has really not done anything yet. Yet he keeps talking noise. I think there's a quote where he told the punter, "We won't even need you for whatever game they were playing."
Sure, you won't have to punt.
Yeah, and I can see about that guy. I wish I was a punter. I'd have said, "I've seen your film. I'm good."
You didn't like him coming out of college, Tim?
Pardon me?
You didn't like Williams coming out of college?
I liked him coming out of college because I felt people were picking on him. He's a kid with great talent, but he's got just a really weird way of expressing himself. And
No, I'm talking strictly for his game, though.
Oh, his game is.
Do you think it's better?
Oh yeah, his game is up there. It was up there, except he has never really been a strong passer. He's got the arm talent, but he's inaccurate. The guy just is all over the place.
We saw that popped up Sunday.
So that's not going to help anybody. And he's got talent out there. He's got receivers that could get the job done. He got a tight end that could get the job done. The offense should be a lot better, but the guy pulling the trigger is not really performing the way you would think a number one pick would perform.
Well, in defense of him, their offensive line is horrible. They could not block. He was under duress all day in that game.
So what is it, 52 points that the Bears gave up? So
and their defense is not very good either. So and they lost.
Good weekend for kickers, though, right, Tim?
Absolutely. Especially the guy in Dallas. I mean, goodness. Was it 64-yarder to tie it? And then he kicks the game winner.
And Atlanta too, right?
Well, the guy Romo, who they got in there as a kicker. I mean, I didn't know Younghoe Koo was at home. I thought he was just inactive. He was
They said you stay behind.
He was sitting on the couch watching the game like I was, pondering his next career move.
But Dallas's kicker, they just took a knee. We're not going to even try to gain any more yards, 64 yards. Let's just take a knee, center it for him.
Exactly.
He drilled that sucker, man.
Then some kickers have the bad Tennessee.
Sorry.
You watching the Tigers?
Sorry, guys. Kerry Carpenter, 0-2 pitch, 9th inning, just tied it up with a bomb. Of course, we'll give it away in the 10th inning. So,
the Tennessee kicker misses a field goal that would have iced the game for Tennessee.
Oh, God, yes.
And then that was a game. The Georgia should have lost. Tennessee dominated that game throughout, and then that happens, but he kicks it. He gets the kick. I think in OT to put him ahead. Which is, but Georgia comes down and scores a touchdown and wins the game. So Tennessee, I think they haven't won since 2016 against Georgia. So
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's what I said about Georgia, man. They find a way, man. And sometimes they get some help. You give them a crack, they gonna bust through that thing.
They did. I mean, the game was all but won. When the kid lined up for the field goal, I said, it's over. And then you see the ball in the air, and it's like they got a chance. They got a chance in overtime.
Now, I was talking to one of my buddies in Nashville, and the kicker is just getting all kind of grief.
Of course he is.
Down in
Go ahead, give some love to the kickers, Tim.
I love you, kickers.
And see, that's an example. But that's an example of what we were talking about earlier. People bet money. And Tennessee, it ain't got to be some money. Just beating Georgia is enough for you. If they thought you threw that game to harass you, but that's where we are now at that level of college athletics, which is really nothing but professional athletics.
Well, they pretty much are, which is why these guys are getting, all these threats and things. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. These are not per se professionals. Just because they're getting money now does not make them any more accurate or stronger or faster or better. I mean, you have to cut them some slack. I mean, these professionals don't have to go to class. They don't have biochem and other things to deal with. They got to go to class too.
Do they?
Yeah. See, that is so interesting because David Pollock, who was used to be on ESPN, a former All-American linebacker at Georgia, admitted that in his time at Georgia, I think he was there 3 years, it might have been 4, he did not set foot once in the library. So,
Wow.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
You bragging about that too?
I don't think I was in the library much, but I finished.
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm
I
just,
finished.
you don't always have to be in the library.
You know what I used to do? I get my class schedule and I look at how many days of this class can I miss?
I don't think I
How
did.
many days of this
Oh, I would do that. We would be out there doing something. It's like, what's my grade at midterm?
Yeah.
An A? All right, let's go do
Yeah.
something else.
You plan this stuff out, man.
That's right. Heck, I mean, used to plan classes around all my children. I did not have a class between 1 and 2 o'clock for 4 years.
Luke and Laura.
No, all my children. That was Luke and Laura was General Hospital.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
I had
Oh,
classes.
yeah.
Susan Lucci.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Now, General Hospital was something else. That was like the end of my last class before practice. Coming there one day and I see this mad scramble in the streets of DC and everybody's going crazy. And I'm going, man, these people do anything for ratings on General Hospital. It was the day Reagan got shot. I thought it was part of the soap opera. I thought it was a soap opera. I was like, man, that's really kind of crazy.
I forgot about old Luke and Laura. Yeah, I in college. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
okay.
back in my dorm and time to watch that. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of college, and we're going to get back to these NFL games. I got to give a shout out to the Morehouse Tigers, man, for that great 38 minutes of football they played the other day.
Mm.
But Howard's just a bigger, stronger team.
And the band was awesome. Howard's.
Oh, yeah. And that was the check please moment for me. Or I said, we got smoked at halftime. Ouch.
I thought, but from watching it on television, you were there, but from watching it on television, I thought, are they deliberately cutting down their audio? But I guess the band is just not as big.
It's not powerful, no.
Yeah,
Production probably wasn't top notch either. So, but it was interesting. I mean, it's always good to go up there and see almost like a second homecoming, where you have all the sororities, fraternities, and alumni groups out there in this massive tailgate. There was some sort of tie-in with the movie Him. They had Marlon Wayans and the other actor there for the movie.
And the other actor.
Yeah. Whoever that dude is.
That dude.
The other lead in the movie, but Marlon was wearing a Howard jacket, so I didn't really have a whole lot of love for him.
He was being interviewed, and he looked great in that Howard jacket.
Was the crowd, Tim?
What's that now?
Was it a good crowd?
No, not at all. It was, I think, because the stadium is so huge, I think it holds like 70,000 something. They had maybe 20, but it got hot. It got hot, and everybody went scurrying for any kind of shade, and it made it look like, nobody's in there but family and friends. So it really was.
Did you go over into the big city?
Pardon me?
Did you go over into the big city?
Oh yeah, it was in the big city there, in the heart of downtown, and took in Wicked, the play, and then realizing that movie, the movie was only the first act, so they must be getting ready to do a sequel, because I'm like, after intermission of that play, I was like, none of this was in the movie. What is this?
Oh yeah, they already started filming the second part.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because I'm like, I said, was I asleep? Did I fall asleep in the movie? I said, I don't remember any of this.
No,
but,
I think they had already filmed it.
I've seen previews.
Where have you been, Tim? Keep up.
So did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I did, absolutely. It was terrific. It was, and I was it was within walking distance from the hotel, and walking across the street from there, because there's a bunch of theaters. The Marquee was on Broadway. There's this crowd of people hanging around the stage door for this other play, waiting for Godot. And I was trying to figure out what the deal was with that. And Keanu Reeves was in there. So these people were waiting for him to come out onto the street at this other play. So
I would have waited.
I would have waited with you. Would have waited online with you. But I know Keanu and you're a buzz.
He's the only one I would wait for.
You wouldn't do it for Leah Michelle because she was next door in some sort of her and James Carden were in another play next door. So
no.
no.
Yeah.
Well, at least you had a good time in the big city.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only thing is that if the family doesn't build in some extracurricular, going up there getting smoked each year is not a good thing. I mean, last year was Hell's Kitchen, Alicia Keys played, and so that made it really good. You know, getting smoked, and then this year was Wicked, which was just fantastic.
Okay.
But I think Morehouse is going to have a chance to win some conference games.
Oh, they will, and it's really going to be interesting because Kentucky State took Grambling into overtime. Grambling needed a touchdown with 17 seconds left to tie the game, and then Grambling won in overtime. Was it them or Miles? I might be wrong. I want to make sure.
No, Grambling still probably just.
It was Kentucky State 37-31.
Grambling's probably trying to get over that butt kicking they got up in Columbus. So
in Ohio State the week before, so that was interesting.
Are you going to bring your band to Savannah?
Oh, yeah, they probably will come.
Okay, cool.
Probably all in one bus because we were really small. Yes,
Small but mighty, right? Small but mighty.
Right. They kept saying during the halftime show that we're gonna renovate the house, and they did a little house. They built.
I saw that.
House, and then they just toppled to the ground. And I thought that was. I didn't think that was good sportsmanship. So.
You didn't think so?
I didn't think it was good sportsmanship at all. It was uncalled for.
But that was the band. Is that sportsmanship? Yeah. I saw that and I went, wow. They just tumbled to the ground.
That was tight.
Nice.
I see D'Lo Orlando Ledbetter was talking a lot of noise on Sunday. Granted, I texted him on Friday and said, "You're going down," and and he texted back, "Nope." And then
did you believe that?
Well, you got to keep hope alive.
Believe.
Sunday, he said a whole lot. He says, "It's really quiet out there for all my Morehouse brothers out there today." So he was having a little bit of fun with us there. So
but you had a good time, right? You had a good time.
It was good. It could have been better. Could have been better.
It could always be better.
Yeah. Let's get back to this NFL panic meeting. We went over the Bears, definitely panicked there. New York Jets had a 34-32 loss week one against the Steelers. Got roasted by Buffalo. And new coach Aaron Glenn is trying to get that team back on track. Justin Fields suffered a concussion. And he was struggling even before then. He's still a very talented athlete, but still very erratic. So they are off to an 0-2 start. And what do you say, panic or patience?
I say, man, it's the Jets. Does anybody really care about that outside of Metro? There's no love there. I mean, last week, Glenn cut somebody for making a mistake, and I think somebody made a crucial mistake in this game too. And I was listening to the New York station yesterday. They're talking about how is he going to just keep cutting people for making mistakes? He's not going to have anybody left. Right. So, he was just made an example for the guy last week. But Justin really hasn't played well at all. And then, you look at the things, how well Russell Wilson played when he got protection. And you wonder about what happened in Pittsburgh when Fields was playing pretty well and Tomlin decides to bench him for Russ. So it's not a good look back in Pittsburgh because Wilson can still play when you give him time. And Fields hasn't shown that he can do anything with any team yet.
There's no doubt about that if you protect him. By the way, update, Cleveland 7, Detroit 3. I don't know why I was jumping up and down because I knew once we got into extra innings what was going to happen.
Mm.
So the lead is down to 5 now. We're about to give this thing away. But yeah, I say patience with Aaron Glenn. That guy's a good coach. He's going to find guys who are going to play the way he wants, which is all out hustle and aggressive. But you better have some talented guys doing that. And right now that roster doesn't have a lot of talent on it. And I always hear about Sauce Gardner, how great of a corner he is. I mean, for one, there's no such thing as a shutdown corner in the NFL under these rules.
True.
You agree with that? I mean, you got a guy that might stick closer, but there's no Deion Sanders out there that you just ain't open if you're trying to throw it this way. So, I keep talking about, I keep hearing how he's a cornerstone player. I have not seen that yet. So hopefully Coach Glenn will be able to get some good players up there to turn that team around.
My thing is with this.
No, go ahead.
Another product of New York hype. You got Darrelle Revis, the Darrelle Revis. They call him a Revis Island. You get him out there one-on-one. He's up great. I was looking at the MetLife Stadium is where the Giants and the Jets both play.
Yeah.
The Jets were playing the next day against the Bills there but they had everything out there in Jets gear. And you look up and see the people whose names have been retired, and you just wonder about the hype on them. I mean, Freeman McNeil, he's a Hall of Famer, but really, was he that great of a ball player? But he's in the Hall of Fame, but he played in New York, okay? Joe Namath.
Freeman McNeil, not Freeman McNeil.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not Freeman McNeil. Curtis Martin.
Curtis Martin.
Okay, I never saw where Curtis Martin was that great, ever.
He was a good running back. Yeah.
He was good, but I don't know about a Hall of Fame, okay?
Right.
Joe Namath, he ran off to the mouth and won a game, and that was it. They won a Super Bowl eons ago. I mean, they're just, but if you play in the metropolitan area, you get more run than anybody. Juan Soto, who's been in New York maybe 3 years, will probably be in Cooperstown because he wore the Yankees jersey and the Mets jersey.
Mm.
What's the backup quarterback? Tommy DeVito?
Tommy DeVito. He got commercials. Dude has not done anything in the NFL, but he's got a great commercial.
What's the commercial?
It's the Progressive commercial where he's a stand-in for the family photo.
Stand-in for the what?
It's a family photo, and they can't get this one kid to smile. And so the mom says, "Hey, DeVito, come in here," and she swaps out her kid with DeVito, and he smiles on cue. He's the backup. It's a really cute commercial, and
I haven't seen that one.
But he hasn't done anything. But hey, his agents worked hard to get him where he is.
That was a good move.
If you find that, send that to me. I haven't seen that.
I'll do that, Trey. He looks like he's 12 years old in the freaking.
He does. Absolutely.
That's why he could stand in as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's standing in for a kid. Here's the most disappointing team. If there's such thing as disappointing team after 2 weeks, it is definitely the Miami Dolphins.
I don't get them at all. I really don't. The coach is supposed to be an offensive guru, and those guys don't act like it. They don't play like it at all. And I keep thinking McDaniels is probably going to be the first somebody to get canned this year.
Yeah. And they go to Buffalo Thursday, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If Buffalo puts a big number on them, we could see a new coach in Miami, I'm thinking. Because you got Thursday night, you got a few extra days, get a new guy in there. His job could be on the line this week.
Yeah, very well. I mean, 0-3 it could almost bury some of these teams unless they're in a really weak division. So I'm hoping to give Carolina 0-3 because the Falcons go up there on Sunday. And I hope last night My goodness, the Texans falconed that game away against the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen this before in a different color jersey.
Yep.
It happens all over the league, man.
But Baker Mayfield was just outstanding. And
Yes, he
it's
was.
good to see him find a home. It
You
really is.
gotta give that guy credit. Because Tree, he was the number one pick overall. What number?
Yeah, he was number one pick in Cleveland, and they didn't know what to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Carolina didn't know what to do with him. And then he went out to
Los Angeles for a minute.
Yeah, he did good out in Los Angeles. He did well out there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tampa got him, and he's flourished there. And I couldn't be happier for him. One, every commercial he's ever been in, he's been great.
Yeah,
his off the field stuff has just been really good, solid. But he's a tough guy. He makes all the right plays. Falcons should have beat Tampa. Youngway jacked us up on that one. He should have been on the couch last week. But you give Baker Mayfield a chance, and he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I haven't seen all those commercials you're talking about, so yeah. Maybe I don't know what he looks like outside of his.
You can tell how much football we watch on TV because all these are football commercials.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of football now, but maybe I don't know who he is in the commercials.
See, you watch Red Zone. You're watching all the games at once. That's what you're
That's
flying
true.
around.
We have that. I watch and it's like so confusing and hard to keep up with all the boxes. But
I admire Scott Hansen, the guy there who does it,
Yeah.
because it's like no
All day.
bathroom
All
breaks
day.
all day. Dude is up there just working hard.
maybe he takes the mic with him.
Probably so. Probably so.
Or it's right there. It's right there.
Hey, let's talk about the Texans right quick.
Yeah.
They were the darlings of the league a couple of years ago. Now 0-2.
Mhm.
That's 20. They lost last night, 20-19. They're in the South, and Indianapolis is off to a 2-0 start, and you got Tennessee there and Jacksonville. So 0-2 is
It
not
doesn't
as
vary on that.
devastating in that division, Tim.
But Jacksonville's not going to do anything.
Right.
You have to worry about Indy, and that's in Tennessee. Cam Ward looked like a really good quarterback last week, and that's kind of scary if you're in that division.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be good enough to carry them this year, though. So it'll be they got to deal with Indy, which is off to a surprising start with Daniel Jones. So they're still in good shape.
And
Well,
really, you think
They're
about
in
that.
good shape when you're 0-2, but
Richardson must be really thinking about that too. They're going with a guy who was a reject in New York, and he's turned that whole team around. That you got a strong running game too.
yeah.
So, you root for Indy to be the team that it's supposed to be. But you think about Richardson. I think he's been on the outs of people last year. I think they were driving on for a score, and he pulled himself out the game. Said he was tired or some sort of a thing like that. Your quarterback said like that.
Sleepy.
I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy.
A couple of other things before we get out of here. And I think Earl was having some technical difficulties.
Mm.
And we certainly understand that. Joe Burrow, his big toe, Joe Burrow has elected to undergo surgery for a grade 3 turf toe injury.
Yeah, tell me about the turf toe. I read that, but I don't know what a turf toe injury is. Obviously, it's about his toe, but what happened?
I saw it get stretched. He stretched it, and what it was is like I think he said the ligament there tore away. It might. If I'm reading that correctly, but that's what the deal is. That's how he got the turf toe. It wasn't like he got stepped on or anything. It was one of those type of deals.
Yeah, and
We
you
have
know,
to talk offline. I need more. I'll just Google it.
I
No,
was
I mean,
actually,
there's no. I don't know what the medical term of it is, but it's a. It has to do with a ligament tear.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. I'm like, how does that? Yeah.
well,
Sounds
I
painful.
was talking with my wife earlier, who is a physician, and she was saying that is a delicate procedure that he's going to have to go through. That you have to be very careful with that. And I'm like, it's his toe. She's like, yeah, but uh, it's very difficult to. It's a very difficult procedure and all that kind of stuff. And she used some big words that I don't understand. Uh, of course, she would tell you if she said "Good afternoon" to me, I wouldn't be able to understand it. So,
Mm.
I,
I want to know, do you only get it in football or can you get turf toe in other?
yeah, you get it in basketball.
yeah,
Shaq had turf toe.
right.
What
That's
about
probably the
runners?
first time I heard about it. Because I'm like, this dude is 7'1", 290, and his toe? He can't play because of his toe?
What about runners? Do they get turf toe? I'll look at them.
I would think kickers, Tim.
Yeah.
No turf toe. You get, you may get a bruise on your toe, or really in kickers, you don't kick with your toe. You use your instep or the top of your foot.
Ah,
Okay. Thank you for that.
So yeah, so
right.
that's
Even the straight, you were a straightaway kicker, right?
no, so soccer style. That's what I said on the instep. I never did. In high school, I kicked straight ahead because my high school coach refused to let me kick soccer style. Granted, I could kick 160 yards soccer style. He was happy with me doing it from 30, kicking it straight on. So
Why does the soccer style give you more power?
it's the idea when you plant your leg, you get to have a more stretch out of your right leg. You get to pull it through harder that way. Straight ahead, it's like it's like you're trying to touch your knee to your head. Whereas from the soccer style, it's more of a sweep, more energy, more inertia going that way.
Yeah, like a golf swing, kind of.
Yeah.
Just far through. Yeah.
That straight on stuff was maddening. Granted, we didn't score much, so it didn't hurt that much.
I don't think
You got a break. You got a break, huh?
I've never seen the straight on kick.
Not since Mark Mosley back in the 70s.
I was thinking about
Probably the last somebody you saw kicking straight on. I think Russell Erxleben might have been the guy and that was in the 70s with the Saints, and he flamed out because you can't get the same trajectory going straight on as you can when you kick soccer style.
Was he the barefoot kicker?
No, that's Tony Franklin with the Eagles.
That made no sense to me.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
No explanation for why he would do that to him?
It's cold. It could be. I don't know. I don't know why he would do that. I wanted to make a joke, but I don't want to get sued. So no, I have no idea why he did that.
Okay, you can call us later and tell us what you were wanting to say. Don't text it. Call us.
Hey, one more before we get out of here. It's a panic or patience, and I'm definitely going patience because 2 games into his career, Travis Hunter looks just like any other rookie on the football field. He played 39 snaps on defense and 42 on offense.
He's made really no impact at all.
Right.
Except people worried about him. I understand he's playing really well at defensive back, and I see what they said they want to try to get him more involved in the offense.
Okay. Hey, what about before we go? We got 2 more minutes. Did think there was something about Michael Vick and some rumors about him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Virginia Tech's 0-3. They've already fired the coach.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are looking across state, they're looking over there, over on the coast to Norfolk to see what Michael Vick is doing. Granted, I think they lost 63-10 or 60-10.
60-10.
To Rutgers this past weekend. He's only got 3 games under his belt as a head coach.
Mm-hmm. What do you think that he would be interested in that, or I mean, he just got there.
Or it's his alma mater. I mean, you wanna go home and help your folks. Granted, Norfolk is home, but he went to school over there at Virginia Tech, and that's where he was a star. I remember seeing that bowl game in the Sugar Bowl. I'd never seen him before, and I thought he was the greatest quarterback I'd ever seen. And when I heard that the Falcons drafted him, I knew that they had a guy for life, except that dog business.
Speaking of
Okay.
kickers,
I wasn't going to bring up the dog business, but yes, there was that.
Oh, kicker. Oh, poor child.
he's the partner.
Yeah,
What was that?
for that's for Norfolk.
State's punter. So that's 53 there.
I think they returned two block punts for touchdowns in that game.
So that's
Yeah, special teams is not what was happening for Norfolk State.
that's a staple of Virginia Tech football is special teams.
It is.
At least it used to be.
Now, Ricky, you're a Virginia Union man?
Of course.
Okay. Before we get out of here, there's a big tilt this weekend with J.C. Smith and Virginia Union. Union lost on a field goal to Edward Waters last week in the closing seconds, which
I saw
dropped them from 13 to 22 in the poll. But I think J.C. Smith's 21 and Virginia Union's 22, and I think they meet this weekend in Richmond. So my best to the fighting Unions.
We're going to smoke them boys and send them back down 95 to Charlotte.
All right then.
I guarantee it.
Guarantee.
Hey, one more thing before we go. It's already with you.
But wait, there's more.
Listen, we didn't have a panic meter for Deion Sanders. But Colorado has struggled out the gate. Deion Sanders, they are 1-2 and have not looked good even in their one victory.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, Georgia Tech is not the old Georgia Tech. That loss right there is a quality loss.
Georgia
Tech knocked off Clemson last Saturday, and they're building momentum. I mean, Georgia has to be looking down the road, thinking that's their last game of the season, and that's somebody they're going to have to really, deal with. And this year, I think it's this year, they're playing that game in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium as opposed to playing it at Georgia
Tech, yeah.
So it's going to be I can see that being a real sellout.
Spectacular.
What does Mercedes-Benz hold?
I think around 70 something. Yeah.
Every seat is probably already sold for that game.
Even the bad seats, because I've been up when my back was on the seat on the concrete at the top of that stadium. You have better seats in your house watching the game, and the people up there, they'll have folks up there. Oh, absolutely! I said I wish I had replays. Who are those ants down there on the field? Pretty much. It was horrid, but I was in there. But that's quite a tilt.
Glad you were in there then.
Well, we got to get out of here. Wonderful conversation as usual from my friends Tree McDougal and Tim Turner. I'm Ricky Hampton. We'll see you next week.
All right. Be kind, everybody.